My name's Jesse Hensley, and actually, baseball surprisingly brought me here. So we were playing, and my dad had a friend. The guy actually went here, and he was like, "Hey, you should come try this church." And my dad he's like, "Okay, we'll try it out." And then NCC became home. Pastor Caleb was a youth pastor at that time, and he started helping me understand a lot more of like how we could live with Christ in our life and following Jesus. We were originally in Mesquite, but we moved to Rockwall. After that, everything just changed. I for sure felt distant. Like, the distance was very noticeable at that time. So then we decided, okay, we're gonna make the drive every morning. We're gonna start going. That's whenever everything felt like a glove. And then from that point on, we just made it work. I knew Jesus from like a distance, so like I knew of Jesus kinda. And the Bible says that we're supposed to like be close to Jesus and have him in our lives, like walking with us by our side. But I knew of Jesus. I didn't know Jesus. The baptism was something that I for sure wanted to do. Like, after some people don't know this, but my father passed away, and after that happened, I was in a really dark place, and I was angry and frustrated and upset with God. I realized that, look at the last 15 years he gave you with your dad, like he did good in those years too. And I hate to let him go this early, but sometimes you have to do that with life sometimes. And so after I started trusting in Jesus a little bit more, I started to get a bigger feel for it. I then decided to take the next step and start my walk with Jesus, I'd say, and celebrate that trust. The day came up, and at this point I'm feeling nervous, like almost like I'm about to go play a game. And we're actually at Pastor Aaron's house, and I'm in the bathroom. I'm changing in my swim trunks, and I just hear, not really hear, but I feel it. Like I feel God saying, "Hey, there's no need to be nervous. You're ready for this. You're prepared for this." And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." All my friends and family were there. My best friend was there, and it was just them. So I feel like that made it even more special. And it was also happened to be a year after my dad passed away. And so after I came up from that water, it was kind of like like reborn almost. And it was like I had a new start, actually had a new start. And then after I started making that decision, it was almost like, okay, me and Jesus are friends, like that started up that friendship or that relationship. And everything changed at that point. Like I started seeing my personality improve, the words that come out of my mouth improve, all that stuff improved, even my sports improved. The best way to describe it is like burning a forest, and after all the stuff burns, obviously it opens up for like new seeding and new soil, and it creates a better life and a newer life. So I guess that's the best way I describe it. It's better to be with God than without him, for sure. I mean, I feel like it's changed so much about me, and I feel like it's been a blessing that I do have people like that in my life, and that I did do that decision in front of those people, make that decision. That people, whenever I got baptized, I've talked to Pastor Caleb about it. I said I was scared of making mistakes again. The biggest challenge for me is I still do make mistakes, but the recovery after the mistakes are what I try to make really count. Honestly, if you feel you're ready, but you're feeling a little nervous, that's just because you don't want to mess up, probably. Like the same thing I had. And if honestly, the walk with God is something greater than you, than me, than everyone in the room, and that's something that you need in your life, and it's what's best for you. So I'd say absolutely just go for it,